And now, Touch My Bass Productions presents The Shootout with Bill Blanch.
All right, everybody, welcome again. Once again, this is the Wrestling Shootout. I am your host, Survivor of Pain, Bill Blanchard. And last week, we had a pretty interesting show. You know, I had myself, Chris Liggins, and Alan Luke, along with Dead Reckoning. You know, had a lot of good laughs and everything. But a few weeks ago, I did a pretty good show with Caleb Stovall, you know, and I kind of like that idea. I want to go after some young talent and get their minds on the business today of professional wrestling, whether it be on the indie circuit, WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor. I'm going to try to touch base with all that good stuff. And tonight, I got an interesting guest. He's very, very young in the business, but, you know, he told me he was really want to be part of the show, and I couldn't say no to a fan. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce a man from the theater, a man from Thompson, an upcoming wrestling promoter, possibly. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Justin Hancock. Justin, welcome to the show, buddy.
How's it going?
How's it going? How you feeling tonight, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I can't complain, dude. This is the Shootout. Relax, man. It's not that serious. We're going to have fun tonight, all right? So how old are you, Justin?
Right, sounds good.
How old are you, man?
I'm 17.
17, outstanding job. You know, Chris Liggins was 17 when we first got started in wrestling. You know, you guys got a lot of similarities. You guys are young and hungry about it. But I want to start things out, man. Why professional wrestling? What is it about wrestling that attracts you that wants you to do this business?
Well, you know, my entire family has really been into wrestling all the way back to my great-grandparents. And my dad watched it on TV during the Attitude Era and some WCW Nitro. And when I was young, about 2 or 3 years old, he kind of got me into it and started watching it with him. And he started buying me action figures, and I would play shows with the figures and everything. It sort of went from there.
Outstanding. What was your favorite wrestler growing up?
In my younger days, I was a fan of The Undertaker.
The dead man himself from Death Valley. You know, Undertaker's got a lot of big fan following and everything, but what was about The Undertaker that you personally like?
I just liked his overall persona. Like, he stood out from the other guys, and he would come out with the smoke and the dimmed lights, and he kind of creeped me out, which was cool in a way also.
What do you think about his big brother Kane? Or little brother Kane, I should say.
Kane's pretty cool. I liked more of the original Kane from the Attitude Era, but nowadays Kane's kind of gotten stale. He's not like he used to be.
Caleb Stovall told me a story about how Kane used to set people on fire when it invoked the lightning. Did it ever freak you out when you saw that stuff, or were you alive back then?
Yeah, man, I've seen it on the network. My dad showed me some videos and DVDs. It freaked me out. Like I was saying, I never wanted to go near that guy.
That's hilarious, dude. That's hilarious. Well, you know, okay, you're 17 years old. You know, I'm assuming you're still in high school, right? And I've been doing my research and everything, and got very, very involved in the theater and everything. So, you know, they say, you know, in the unreal truth of professional wrestling, it's a big, giant theater stage. Is that how you look at the business also?
Yes. Theater has helped me with professional wrestling, especially with my fear of crowds. Once we did a performance, I believe it was Into the Woods a couple of years ago, and I performed in front of 700 people for 3 nights.
Wow, 700 people. That's pretty impressive, big man. Well, you know,
and I tell you, it had me freaking out. I had goosebumps.
I can only imagine, big man. I can only imagine. Hell, the biggest crowd I ever was for with 10,000 people, if you can believe that. It's Austin, South Carolina. But anyways, you know, moving on. You meet up with AWF. You started doing some training. Tell me about some of your experiences you had in training and working with Josh and Don and that guy they called Mask Fury, although he didn't wear a mask. You might know him as Christian Fury. Hopefully Jason Williams is suing for that. But go ahead. Tell us some of your experience about that.
It was fun. I mean, they taught me really the basics of wrestling, how to bump and run the ropes, and I mean, there was a lot of pain involved. I mean, me and my brother would wake up with bruises and barely be able to roll off the couch. But I mean,
well, what was the first thing they tried to teach you? Well, what was the first thing they tried to teach you?
The first thing they taught us was the back bump. And I can tell you, they taught us the 4-step situation where you squat and then put your arms over your chest, tuck your chin, and fall back. And the first few times we did it, it was very painful because we had to figure out how to keep our arms flat instead of landing on our elbows, and that hurt. And also, I had the problem of landing on my tailbone, and you had to land with a flat back.
That's true. Well, who was the guy that was initially really training you? Who spent the most time with you and trying to work with you?
The guy who was mainly out there was Michael Saint. He's pretty much there every training.
So he's your biggest inspiration right now in wrestling?
My biggest inspiration right now would have to be Triple H.
We're not talking about, I mean, in AWF and on the indie scene, I'm trying inspiration as far as trying to help you. Like, who's really becoming a mentor? Who's taking you under their wing and really trying to show you and how to become a wrestler?
My greatest mentor, wrestling-wise, would be Michael Saint and Oz Knight. Oz Knight has shown me a lot as well. And he's been there for me.
What's the thing Oz Knight taught you?
Oz Knight taught me basically the same maneuvers as Michael Saint, but Oz gave me confidence pretty much to not give up, and taught me to keep my frustrations low, and he pretty much pep talked me through it and helped me keep my love for the wrestling business.
If you could say anything to Oz Knight or Michael Saint right now, what would it be?
Thank you. Because pretty much they were the only guys that I got in touch with to get into the wrestling business, and without AWF and the guys down there, I'd probably still be a fan watching it on TV, not knowing anything about the business pretty much.
Are you related to Wolfgar?
Am I related to Wolfgar? I don't think so.
That voice count sounds very similar. That's what I was wondering.
Okay.
What's your opinion of Wolfgar as far as being a big man in the ring?
He's a really good guy. I mean, he's friendly. I mean, in the ring, he's completely different. He's a monster pretty much. I've seen some of his matches, and my brother was actually refereeing one of his matches, and when he picked my brother up and chokeslammed him or something, he kind of scared me, and I didn't even want to go around him at that point.
So if a promoter calls you up and says, "Hey, I'm gonna give you the biggest break. I want you to give you a break of your career. You're gonna step in the ring. I want you to take on Wolfgar, but you got to survive 30 minutes, kid. If you can survive that, I'll pay you $1 million. Would you do it?"
Yes, I would.
You would wrestle?
I mean, I would wrestle him. I mean, like I said, I got to know him down the road, and he's a really friendly guy, and he knows how to be safe in the ring and guide you, and he won't actually hurt you. That's just his character. Okay.
Who in AWF or in the indie scene, period, would you not want to step in the ring with? Either out of fear of getting hurt, I don't know, someone might black out and kill you, you know. I'm curious in your opinion on that.
That's a tough question.
Well, don't think too hard about big ones.
I would say James Houston.
James Houston. Damn. If I was a promoter right now, I'd call him and say, "This kid's too afraid to get in the ring with you." He'd laugh. He'll come to your locker yard to your house. I should say, drag you out of the ring with a kendo stick. No one in Houston. Hey, Houston's a good guy, too. Don't get me wrong and everything, but You know, he reminds me a lot of Hardcore Holly. You know, the man loves the business, but he hates rookies. That's probably a smart answer you just gave. Oh, man. Did you see the match he did with at Livewire with Aubrey?
Yes, I was there. I was actually...
Oh, you was there for that?
I was the ring announcer for that event.
Interesting. Speaking of Livewire, tell me about your experiences you had with Billy Johnson. And be true. Tell the truth. I heard you had some bad experiences with him. I'm just curious. I want to know the inside story of it.
Me and him had kind of a falling out. It started with since AWF kind of closed its doors, I was kind of looking for somewhere else to go, and he said he needed help. So I told him I'd love to help in any way, and he started to put me as the ring announcer, which I did for a couple of shows. And then I was trying to start my own promotion at the time, and he actually agreed to help me get it up and running. And he told me, well, there's a lot of money involved in producing a show. Why don't you just help me out here with Livewire and you can make a few matches? So I said, okay. And we agreed to do a 3-match series between the Russian and Chain, which would lead up to a Russian Chain match. And a couple of weeks before the show, me and Billy didn't see eye to eye on things, so the match never happened. And then he sort of lost trust in me. But we've moved past that now.
You mentioned about wanting to do your own promotion. Have you started something going on yet, or what's the deal with that?
Yes, it's been my dream pretty much to run my own wrestling business. And it's been a couple of years. I've been trying to get in contact with people, and I'm happy to announce right here, exclusively on the Shootout, that myself, my brother Thomas, and my father have founded a wrestling promotion.
Okay. Good deal. What can we expect from this promotion? Is this going to be something like Flatline or AWF or UCW or Livewire, or is it going to be better than all of them?
Well, we're trying to make it the best product possible. We're running at Sweetwater Park, and our first event will be August 13th.
August 13th.
And we've got some great guys on board. We've got former Flatline executives actually on board with us for this project. So we're trying to make it as big as possible.
Well, brother, I wish you all the luck on that. You know, if anybody else, my sponsors here at the Shootout can help you out, I'm more than happy to. But we're gonna move on here, Justin. I'm gonna ask your opinion on some guys. I want to brought some names to you. I want your honest opinions about it. And don't worry about hurting their feelings. You know, it's the Shootout. I mean, shoot from the hip, shoot from the heart. You ready? What's your opinion of one of the greatest athletes to ever lace his boots in the CSRA, Christopher Dwayne Dickens?
Chris Dickens is a great guy. He's been a mentor to me. He's helped me pretty much learn everything I know production-wise, and he helped me wrestling-wise when I felt like giving up on myself. He was there for a couple of trainings, and he understood where I was coming from. And he also helped me found my production company, WWH Production. So I pretty much owe everything that I know to Chris Dickens, and I want to thank him for that.
Outstanding. Hey, boss, getting thanked.
I appreciate that, Justin. I really do, from the heart. Thank you very much for that. You're more than welcome for everything.
What about Dead Reckoning? What's your thoughts on the tag team champions of AWF?
Dead Reckoning, they're great guys. They were pretty much the two trainers that were there at every training.
Really? Because you only mentioned Michael Free. I didn't hear Fury's name get mentioned. Moving on. What about do I know?
Fury was there, but, you know, because it was his house, but he didn't come out to the ring but every once in a while.
Yeah, I hear stories about that. Okay, what about Caleb Stovall?
Caleb Stovall, he is a great guy. He put on some great matches, especially the one he had with Justin Chambers. That was one of the best matches I've seen in the AWF.
Oh, yeah, it's right up there. Damn good match. Okay, Mr. Hancock,
Actually,
what about hardcore Andy Taylor?
Andy Taylor, Redneck Ray, he's pretty cool. You know, he was there to help us train as well. And I wasn't too fond of that suplex he gave me.
Yeah, I hear you, boss man. Well, I don't want to take too much more of your time here, Mr. Hancock. What's the future of you? I think you got new promotions going to come out on August 13th, and I will promote it on my show. I will advertise it around the world. I hope everybody gets the opportunity to witness it. But with that being said, do you plan on wrestling, or are you trying to become a promoter?
Right now, I'm more of a promoter, but I do have an alter ego that I use in the ring, Billion Bucks, and Billion Bucks will wrestle part-time for our shows. So I will do a few matches in the ring as well.
Well, I'm looking forward to watching that, big man. Maybe down the road we could do some business, and I wouldn't mind wrestling for you, you know. Well, that being said, I want you to tell me your thoughts about, what was your thoughts on WrestleMania? Did you get to see WrestleMania?
Yes, I watched it live.
What was your favorite match at Mania?
My favorite match would have had to been Shane McMahon and Taker.
Yeah, damn good matchup and everything. But we're getting close to the time limit here, Mr. Hancock. What is it that you want the wrestling world to know about you? What can we expect from you?
Well, that's the thing with Justin Hancock. You can't expect anything from me. The thing is to expect the unexpected, because I could hit you with anything out of anywhere, whether it be a new show from my production company or whether it be wrestling decisions. I mean, I could bring in superstars you wouldn't even expect.
Wow. Well, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I can't wait to do it. But I thought that's how we got this week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the podcast and everything. I've been your host, Survivor of Pain, Bill Blanchard. I want to thank my sponsors at Touch My Bass Productions. I want to thank Christopher Diggins for promoting this show. And everybody out there for watching, I do appreciate it. I am Bill Blanchard. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.